you have to be in a state where you don't know where you are. Be a student. You get me? Being a like saying you know everything, you don't know anything. Being curious is what also opens your mind much more broader to a lot of information. In that path of finding a lot of information, you also find people who are willing to help you because you are willing to listen to them. Because these days, there's a lot of people who just hear you, not listen to you.
Yeah.
But if someone is advising you, and you know that this person is advising you in a path that they've taken, or in a goodness of their heart.
What is it like being a hybrid athlete?
Being a hybrid athlete, it's a 24/7 hour job, because there's like a lot of backgrounds that you need to master in one go. And it's a field where when you focus on something else more, the other one that you were good at starts to decline. So you have to play your cards very, very well and get enough of sleep. Yeah. So it's a daily job. It doesn't end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you always want to be one, or your background was different?
I've always wanted to be an athlete, man, because when I was a kid, I always, like, when I'll go to like airports, I'll always see these athletes wearing the same clothes, pushing big bags. I'm like, one day,
Fascinated you?
one day I'm gonna make it. But it was challenging because also at that time I didn't know what pain was. Pain meant something that was painful. That's the only reason I had behind the word pain. So when I was swimming, I went through it in a competitive way. I was swimming for the school and also the Gauteng.
Okay.
So we'll go to the galas. I was winning them. It was nice. But the thing is, it was painful. So I quit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So the reason why I was quitting is because it was very painful and I didn't know how to like deal with it. Like I didn't have a proper coaching and an exposure to the field, the whole exposure to the field.
So I guess it's also lack of experience.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So the only way I could like move forward was to just leave it. You know, like I did a lot of sports when I was still in school, like a lot. I was running, I was swimming, did rugby, I did a lot. And then now on my 20s, I'm thinking, I remember I used to like want to be an athlete. There's a reason why I wanted to be one.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? Let's go back again. So everything that I ran away from when I was young is literally hunting me now.
Yeah.
Understand? The swimming, the cycling, the running, lifting, everything is just hunting me like simultaneously. So I'm like, well, I do have a little bit of background in this. It's just that now I'll have to tailor it to get it to where it was gonna be if I didn't quit. But now it's gonna be a little bit hard because I'm chasing something now. Yeah.
Would you say all the sports that you played kind of like contributed to you wanting to be a hybrid athlete?
All of them, I'll say yes, but back in that time, I didn't have a thought of hybrid athlete.
Okay.
You know, it's only now where we are like exposed more to everything. There's the phone, there's internet. We have more exposure now. You get to know what's happening, what's this, what's that, and then you also are given a chance to research about it. And when I researched about it, I saw that, okay, cool, this includes this and this and this and this. Okay, cool. I've done this, but I've never done them in one at the go. So I was like, that's a nice challenge. That's one of the reasons that made me to leave bodybuilding as a competitive sport, but still do some of the movements that I was doing in bodybuilding. But now I I approach it in a way that every move I do of bodybuilding has a purpose.
Okay.
That is going to contribute to my Ironman training, my Hyrox training, and marathons. Any movement that I do that is a strength needs to contribute. So I won't just train a movement just because I feel like I want to. If it doesn't contribute, I don't do it. Yeah.
Would you say you've gotten much more benefit from being a hybrid athlete, either than being a bodybuilder? Would you say it turned out better for you being a hybrid athlete?
With me, being a hybrid athlete, it definitely turned out way better. I mean, I got my flexibility back. My VO2 max has also ramped up, and my blood oxygen levels also has leveled up. I sleep much more better as well. And yeah, I'm in the field where now it's more competitive other than being in the field where you prepare for so long and then you're only going to be judged by someone who's not competing there, you understand? And like, I've been in cases where some people bought a judge to make them win. So I didn't like that. I was like, I'm preparing so hard to just lose from a judge that was paid to make me lose.
Unfortunately.
Then I said, know what? The best thing to do is to go on a competitive side in endurance, because there's no judge sitting and marking things down. There, if you didn't make it to number one finish or top 3, you don't blame anyone else but you.
Your performance judges you.
Exactly. So that's a sport that allows you to grow, because it's easy to see if you're not growing in endurance.
Absolutely.
If on your next race you're still in the same sport, which means there's no change. You understand? As much as change is painful, change is needed sometimes. Yeah. So I'll say endurance, I love it, man. I love it. I love the challenge. I love the feeling. Because sometimes when I run or cycle, I get the out of body experience. Not all the time. But recently it has started being more, because I've been working with Lens, the guys from the MIR, Brett and Katie. So they've been helping me with my mechanics. So what I found out is that the more you are, your mechanics of running, cycling, swimming, they're good. You save so much energy.
You do.
You save so much energy, and you run way faster than when you were running without energy output you were giving before.
And the recovery is off the charts as well.
Yeah. And you get to love it. Now you get to get this feeling that, oh, I can just stay in this zone for so long. Because when you're running, you feel like you can feel your hamstrings, you can feel your glutes and your quads just engaging in it. And you just, in your head, like you're just imagining the anatomy of the muscles moving. And it excites you. It takes you away from focusing on pain. Yeah, because when your mechanics are not being how can I put it?
Utilized effectively.
Yeah. Let's say it that way. You use so much energy, and the more energy you use, the more you're in the mind state of, when is this gonna end? You understand? And if you stay in that when is this gonna end mind state,
it's gonna be unbearable.
It's gonna be painful, like super painful, to a point where it has created a traumatic experience. When you go to that scene again, like you're scared. Not that you're scared because of the race, but you're scared you're gonna get to that feeling again. You know, And unfortunately, some of the people, after they experience that, they stop. Because they think, no, they're not fit enough to do that. They actually are, but the mechanics is just the problem. Yeah.
And also what you're saying about having to just change your mindset or basically change your perspective about either your performance and being in pain and all of that. It's actually reminding me of a marathon runner. How at some point, yes, the body has to do so much, but then you have to tap into that place of changing your perspective so that the pain is bearable.
Yeah.
So no, I hear you absolutely. Injuries. As a hybrid athlete, I mean, you're doing everything.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're prone to a lot of injuries. How do you deal with that?
Sports, you are prone to injuries, but you can prepare yourself to not be prone to one. Or if you are prone to one, it doesn't do bad damage as it would if you're not preparing
100%.
yourself. You
Yeah.
understand me? So things like plyometrics, mobility, stretching, resistant band work, those are very important.
Yeah.
You know, they're very, very important.
Flexibility.
Yeah. Because I started before my training now, every session, doesn't matter, it's a high rock session, cycling session, run, swim, I always take a good 20 minutes to put in my warm up and then put in some stretch, dynamic stretch, and then finish off with resistant band work to make sure my hip flexor is good and my glutes are fully activated.
Yeah.
Because before I'll just jump into the workout with glutes that are not activated, quads not activated, hip flexor not activated, ankle, all the
Recipe for disaster. Yeah.
all the major muscles that complete the mechanics of running or cycling or running, they were not activated, you know. So I'll run most of the time just crunched in. So all that weight, whenever I'm stepping down on my cadence, like whenever I step, my waist sucks in. So that like created this tension on my back. And also the foot duration on the ground was longer. My pace was shorter and my energy output was more. So when I started now doing all these, I started enjoying the session more. You know, you can feel that I'm actually training with purpose instead of just I want to wake up and go train. Yeah. So doing those things, that's very important. And what I've started doing also now is in the morning, a good 5 minutes, you know, 5 minutes or 10 minutes. You don't have to start with 30 minutes, but as the time go, you can increase the time. I stretch, hamstring stretch and back stretch. Simple ones.
Yeah.
Don't go and look into the like complicated stretches and all that.
Just basic.
Stick to basics first before you level up to something more complicated. You understand?
Yeah.
Basics play 90% on your success in whatever you do. Because the thing is, since we're exposed to a lot of information, there's always something new comes up. And if you're someone who's always in socials, you want to try this. Oh, this can also make me get this. I want to try this.
Yeah.
This can also make me get this. I want to try this. Your body is always like, hey, my bro, come on.
Yeah.
Let's stick to one for now and then we move on. But you're not doing that. So your body is always just up and down, up and down, up and down. So you end up even not progressing.
Yeah.
But the painful part is you're putting in energy, but you're not progressing.
100%.
You understand? While as if you can just stick to basic for a good 3 to 2 months. Basics. Even if the basics makes you look stupid next to other people, don't mind that. Everyone is on their own journey.
100%.
You get me?
Yeah.
You do what is gonna get you to where you wanna be. You understand? Don't worry about that person looking at you like, you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, sure. It's good to not know. Being in a field where you're stupid, it's actually an opportunity to grow.
I love that, man.
You get me? Which is why I also wanted to venture into hybrid athlete endurance training, because I knew that it's gonna be painful. The decision took me so long, at least a year, to fully decide, you know what, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Because I knew that I'm leaving something that I'm good at. I'm winning the bodybuilding competitions and all that. But I was like, I need something challenging me right now. You get me? And bodybuilding was not challenging me that much anymore, you know? I still love it as a sport because it has gave me the strength that I have right now.
Yeah.
And the knowledge about the body anatomy, the movement and all that. It taught me a lot. I still use it for now, even now. But I use it with a goal of using it for what is gonna put in what I want to go, in where I want to go. So yeah. So you have to be in a state where you don't know where you are. Be a student. You get me? Being saying you know everything, you don't know anything. You get me?
Yeah.
You need to open your mind to wanting to know, being curious.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
Being curious is what also opens your mind much more broader to a lot of information. And in that path of finding a lot of information, you also find people who are willing to help you because you are willing to listen to them. Because these days, there's a lot of people who just hear you, not listen to you.
Yeah.
But if someone is advising you, and you know that this person is advising you in a path that they've taken, or in a goodness of their heart, if you not only just listen but hear them,
Yeah.
like fully put your attention to them, they feel heard and seen and appreciated. They're willing to go extra mile to help you get to wherever you want to be.
Yeah.
But one thing I'll say, don't go through each and every conversation wanting someone to help you all the time. You understand? So yeah.
That's powerful, man. You spoke about basics. As a hybrid trainer, how often do you go back to basics? I'm talking your bench press, your squats, your deadlifts, repolishing your form and your technique. Because I imagine you do a lot of things.
Yeah.
How often do you go back to the basics?
Every day. Every day is back to basics. It can be 30 minutes of basics or 40 minutes, but it's every day. Yeah. Because when I started running, I was just fighting it. Like all the time, I was just fighting the running all the time. Until up the point where I got exposed to more information on how to get better at running. That's when we took our sessions from running so hard to running easy but longer. So that helped us with an aerobic base.
Okay.
Yeah. So what that does, it makes the mitochondria that are attached to your muscle much more bigger, and it increases the number of it. So which means you have a lot of energy storage inside you now because your ATP is working much more better. You understand? That glucose flows much more better as well in your blood. It doesn't stay longer there. So which means your energy output is good. Yeah.
That's intense. Sorry, guys. He's getting a bit deep in you. You've competed in High Rocks recently.
Yeah, I did the one that was in Cape Town. The first one was last year, right? On my birthday, yes.
Yeah.
On the 21st of September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that Cape Town or
Yeah,
Dubai?
Cape Town.
Okay.
Cape Town. And then this year it was 1st of May. March.
Yeah, I remember,
yeah.
yeah.
1st of March. I'll say the one on the 1st of March, it was so challenging.
Really?
Oh my God. Yo. There was a point where, you see, when you're running, there were doors open. At some point, I thought of sneaking out that door and going home. Like, for real, I'm telling you. At some point, I had that thought for a good 10 minutes.
Really?
Whenever I run past that, I'm like, I can just sneak out here and go home.
Yeah.
People, when they say, where's Sia? I'm like, I was there. Like, I was there.
If it was intense for you, I can imagine it was really intense.
It was intense. It was very, 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 very intense. But I'm not complaining about it. I know what I was getting myself into.
Yeah.
So I've built that mindset of when a door closes, a window opens.
100%.
You understand?
Yeah.
Look for a different perspective in anything. You understand? Make sure the perspective that you're going to get now, it's fueling you to move forward. Instead of saying, I prepared so much for this and then I'm not doing like that good and all that.
Disappointment, yeah.
Yeah, because that's wasted energy. You understand? Because the same energy you're going to use to improve is the same energy that you're using now to decrease like your self-respect.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
While else you can just take that same energy, put it in a different direction.
Yeah.
Exactly. You manipulate it. You understand? It's not easy. Trust me, it's not. Yeah, if it was easy, everyone was gonna do it. The nice thing about it is that you know that not a lot of people are doing it.
Yeah.
That's what motivates you or inspires you to do it. You
Yeah.
get me?
Yeah.
It can. I'm human also. It can take you a day or two to just be in that position, like, oh, I could have done good. I could have done good, but I've improved so much to not stay in that position for longer than I used to stay
Yeah.
at before.
Yeah.
You know, a day is enough these days, yeah. Or even that, maybe for 20 hours is enough. I'm out of it. I want to improve now. Then on the Cape Town, because it was my first one, it was also challenging, but not as Johannesburg, bro. Johannesburg was brutal. Yeah.
This was at Nasrec, yeah.
Yeah. It was at Nasrec.
But what would you have done different on the Joburg one?
There. The preparation for it, I spent too much time on my zone 2 than I spent on my gray zones, like zone 4 and zone 5, you know. And also I only got the entrance to the High Rocks, I think 4 weeks before 3 weeks before the race.
So the prep time was short.
It was short because I wasn't sure that I was gonna actually go race on it, because the tickets sold out so quick, you know. Yeah, so I was not sure. So I was like, what can I do? I was like, but it's fine. I told Linear, since you're competing, I'll jump into the sessions and just go through with you, you know. So yeah, I'm not complaining, but yeah, it is what it is. It was hard. But that's what we signed up for. You know, I'm not surprised that it was hard. It has to be hard. If it's not hard, it's not a race then.
Yeah.
You know, but there's a difference of hard. There's hard of you didn't prepare, and there's hard of the race.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's up to you, which one are you going with? Are you going with 2 different hards, or are you going with one, which is the race hard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in that way you increase your chances of being in the podium if you're only going with the race hard. Yeah.
I hear you. Can anybody be a hybrid athlete?
Yeah, man. Anyone. You can be a hybrid athlete, because hybrid athlete doesn't mean you have to train 6 to 8 hours like we do. You know, even 1 hour of mixing endurance and strength, you're a hybrid already. Because hybrid is a mixture of strength and endurance. So with bodybuilding, it's more muscle growth, like focused.
Yeah.
And the thing is, with bodybuilding, we will only focus on our endurance before a comp. You know, that's when you'll see us on the treadmill. Yeah, treadmill will be full, like before the bodybuilding prep. And then what I realized is, like, the increase of muscle without the increase of oxygen intake into the blood is what leads to an early heart attack.
Yeah.
Because you're increasing so much muscle, but the heart is decreasing its strength. So which means your heart now is working 10 times its lifespan. You understand? So which means the heart's lifespan, you are taking it out, like you're fishing it out. You get me? Because it has to supply these big muscles. Because those big muscles, the only way they can get the nutrients is through the transportation, and that transportation is done by the blood, the circulation,
which is obviously carried out by a healthy heart.
Exactly. You understand? So if the heart ends up being weaker but the muscles being bigger, eventually
big car, small engine.
Yeah, that's the thing. Eventually you will meet your fate, you know, and it will be game over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of those happening nowadays.
A lot happens, you know, but at the same time you cannot change anyone's mind. That's the thing. You can only advise a person.
Yeah.
it's up to a person whether they heard you or they want to stick to their own thing. You get me? Never force anyone or tell anyone to change. You can tell them what change has done for you. If it inspired them, they will look into taking the same path. But everyone has their own time to know when they need to move out or move into something new. Yeah.
Do you ever feel like going back to competing in bodybuilding?
Most of the time when I'm like walking in the kitchen looking at myself in the mirror, I'm like, yeah, you're so lean now, eh? And I'm like, I'm actually, the surprising thing is I'm more leaner than I used to be in bodybuilding, and the size is still there, which is still shocking. Every day I wake up, I say to Linnea, it doesn't look like I'm going down, and I want to go down, but the body doesn't want to go down. And I'm like, but if we can go to bodybuilding and just prepare like a quick one, just in and out, we can do good. We just joke about it all the time. But it's just a jokey thought. I don't think I will go back and compete in bodybuilding. I love endurance now. Yeah.
I hear you. There must be a lot that you have to endure mentally in everything that you do.
Oh, man. You gotta be a little bit sick in your brain, a little bit. You know, to sit on that bike for 4 hours, man.
Jeez.
My man. It gets painful. Like halfway, you cry a little bit, and then you fine. And then afterwards, you're hungry, you have to eat there. Like, it's too much, you know, but it's the too much that you like. That's the thing.
Okay.
Because, you know, this too much is moving you further. You understand? It's moving you further and further forward, one step at a time. You understand? And that is what keeps me going, you know, knowing that yesterday I did this, I can still do it. Last week I did this. What's the difference with today? You get me? And I know if I did it back then, by now I must be way better than that other day because I did train after a few days. I'll be lying if I said it's not painful. It's painful and texting on your brain. Yeah.
I imagine that it hits you so hard sometimes that you feel like giving up.
My man, a lot of times, a lot of times, I'll feel like I suck. You know, I feel like, what am I even doing? You know, but after like a few minutes, there's this like a voice that is always in my head of, man, you know you're good. You know you've survived for so long. You understand? You've survived a whole year of doing this. So you're good. Stop complaining. You understand? Maybe you didn't eat enough yesterday. You don't have enough energy. You know? Maybe it's the moon cycle. You understand? Maybe today is the full moon or is the start of the new moon because the moon cycles they impact your energy.
Yeah.
But if you're not aware of it, you will think that something is wrong with you. But then to find out, no, it's something that you can't control. That's the thing. You just have to take a breather, you know? Doing nothing doesn't mean it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Doing nothing, it's a use of time.
It's necessary too.
Yeah, it's necessary. Just to sit and not do anything, not even think of doing anything, that's a good use of time. You get me? But it depends. Are you doing that because you're running away from something, or are you doing that because you just want to do that? There's a big feeling in your mind that, okay, I want to do that, without saying, I want to do that, but if there's no but after saying I want to do that, which means go do that.
Yeah.
Because if there's a but, the whole time when you're resting, you're thinking about the bath.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
So it was not a rest.
It's almost like guilt.
Yeah. You were working, but your energy output was being wasted because you didn't create anything. Yeah. But what you did was just to like push yourself down more. Yeah.
I hear you. Being on the bike for 4 hours, what does your diet look like?
It's like high carbs. Yeah, the carbs are very, very high, and protein is on a good level. Fats are also on a good level. I won't say I have a strict diet because like I love working along with my body these days. If today I feel like having a chocolate and I don't have chocolate all the time, there's a reason why. My body probably wants the potassium in it, wants something in it. So I'm like, yeah, sure. I can eat that. Yeah.
Chocolate probably happens once a year.
On me?
Yeah.
No. No. No.
Some of us don't think you're human, so we...
No, chocolate, my man. Yo. A week, maybe twice or 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you are human after all.
Yeah.
You're not an android.
No. But like even the body, I can feel it. It tells me when I've done too much of it. I can feel it. And then I leave it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last time I checked, you had some boxing skills.
Oh, yeah.
Did you pursue it at some point of your life?
No.
It was just a passion.
Yeah, it's a passion. I love sports. Like I love the pain of sports. But before I ventured into endurance, I used to be scared to be at that environment where now the heart is beating like insane. I used to be scared being in that environment.
Yeah.
But now at this age, being exposed to more and having so much wisdom and also having people who believe in me, it's a game changer. Now I want to be in that environment. Yeah. And I'm able to control it way better than I used to before.
It's not as intimidating anymore.
No. Because to get in it is challenging. But when you're in it, you smile. You smile. Like you feel blessed. Like you smile.
Yeah.
But to open the door into that pain and close the door, it's a challenge. But when you're in, you're flowing now. You're flowing. Yeah.
Where do you get the drive? What motivates you? I'll give you an example. Most of us sometimes wake up in the morning and we don't want to do jack.
Yeah.
I don't want to do the training session. I just want to sit and watch Dragon Balls the whole day. What pushes you? What drives you to jump out of bed and go pursue what you need to pursue that day?
It's knowing that this needs to be done and knowing that it's not only for me, you know, there's someone else that is following me and that person looks up to me. So if I tell you something and I do the other thing, then I'm lying to you, you know. It's everything that I say that keeps me going. Because if I said, if the work needs to be done, you do it. It's only when you are injured, when you can say, okay, cool, let me not do this work today. But if you're fine, you ate, you slept, then what's the excuse? Go do it, you know. And also having a family, you know, that's the thing. Before, I didn't have family and friends. So now, after like having a family and friends, I start thinking in a way that this is not only for me, you know, because my winning is their winning. So if I don't show up now, on the day of the race, I'm going to fail. And I'm not only going to be the one who's failing, everyone who was supporting, they'll be failing. You understand? So there's a bigger feeling now than before.
So
it's
the
not
purpose
only
is
me.
that deep.
Yeah, it's not only me, you know? And also, I want to be a great example to my kids, man. You know? Yeah, so, yeah, it's to be a great example. That's what I love that, you know. I always love the feeling of like hearing someone telling me how I've helped them change their mindset with this and this. It's always a great feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm never one person to shy away from talking to someone who approaches me, like maybe in public. I'll talk to you like effortlessly, man, because I just love talking, you know. But sometimes when I want to be quiet, I want to be quiet, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
High Rocks coming up in June. Is it June or July?
it's July, I think. Yeah,
think it's July.
Yeah,
Are you signing up?
definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, like endurance is different. You will never master endurance in one go. Don't shy away just because you didn't do as well as you planned. It's every race. Whenever you're starting, it's a test all the time. It's a test. It's a test. You know, if you show up all the time, I guarantee you, doesn't matter when, but you're gonna be in that podium if you show up. And after that race day, everything you're doing after that has a purpose. My man, you gonna make it. Yeah, if you train with purpose and you do everything that you do with purpose, and you're not scared to say no to things that don't align with that, you're gonna make it.
You won't fail.
You won't, man. You fail only when you start putting energy into things that don't have the same way with your destination.
Distraction.
Because which means you're gonna detour.
Yeah.
That detour can be 2025, 2026, 2027 before you get to that same route.
It's a long time.
It's a long time, you know. That's the thing. So you need to know what you want, and when the time is right, the feeling is good, you do it. Yeah.
What does Sia do away from training?
Hey, that's a difficult one. What do I do besides training? Well, me and my fiance Linia, we shoot our own content, and I edit my own content. So that's what I will do.
Content about training.
Yeah. So basically everything it evolves around training, because that's a field I've loved, like anatomy, since when I was a kid. And sports is something that I used to go to just to get away from my family, to go there, because there I felt more loved and seen, because I progress faster in any physical thing. Like I get it so quick, and I'm always given the support type of feeling because of how I progress into it. Yeah.
If there's somebody watching here that wants to begin their journey as a hybrid athlete, what advice would you give them?
Firstly, to cut off alcohol, man.
A lot of people are going to fail in that category.
Yeah, well, which means it's simple. If you can't take something out that is going to stop you from getting where you want to go, which means you don't really want it as bad, man.
It's powerful.
You understand? Yeah. If you really, really want something, you're going to make sure that you get it. Whatever.
Sacrifices.
Yes, whatever it takes, you're going to get it. But if you're going to say, no, not this, no, not this, you're not really 100% wanting it.
Not hungry enough.
No, maybe you want it 50%. And it's not enough, because there's people who are very hungry out there.
Yeah.
You understand? They will chew you for breakfast, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And if you want to start this, so just make sure that you don't go to these like advanced movement from the get-go. Start with basics. It's not, you are not dumb to start with basics. You're actually brilliant. Because the basics, they prepare your body, they prepare your mechanics, they prepare everything.
It's the foundation.
Yeah, it's the foundation. And I'm not saying start with basics and just end it there. No, basics, you're going to carry them forever.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And then you just add on top of them as you go. Small. Don't try to achieve a sub 2 in like a month of started running. I mean, you're gonna vomit your lungs out.
Yeah. What's 2025 looking like for Sia?
2025 is to do more things that I'm scared to do. Yeah, like a lot of races. I'm gonna do my first Ironman race also. Yeah, so I've been scared of the water for a while, But now, since I have a coach, it's way better. You know, like not being hands-on in a lot of things. I love that. I love when someone who is a professional tailors something specifically for me to get to where I want to go. It's difficult to disappoint them because I always have this thing of if they did it because they believe in me.
Yeah.
So if I'm not doing it, which means I'm throwing a middle finger of what they have done. I have to do this, not only for them, but for me as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
2 Oceans, have you done it?
Not yet, but I'm going to do it. Yeah.
Okay, so it's Ironman, it's High Rocks, it's 2 Oceans.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2025 is looking jam-packed.
Ish. Yeah. I love endurance, man. It's a painful space, but it's a good space because you have good people in it. That's the thing. Like the community in all endurance spaces, they're so welcoming, man. They're welcoming and loving. It's rare to find someone who's jealous in the endurance space because all of them, they already achieved what they want to achieve. So what is it that they will be jealous about on you? You understand? Which is a nice thing. It's a very, very nice thing. And it encourages you as a beginner as well. Yeah.
It's a healthy environment.
It's very, very healthy. Very healthy for your mind also. Yeah. Because you get to experience love.
Yeah.
Do
you have a mentor?
No, I don't. Everyone who I speak to is my mentor, man. As long as you speak good wisdom to me, you're my mentor.
That's powerful.
Yeah. I don't have a specific one. Anyone I meet and they speak very good wisdom, that's a mentor.
It's intense, brother. This was a good conversation.
Yeah, that was good.
Appreciate you, man. Part 2 coming soon.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming, man.
Aware.
If you enjoyed that, I've linked more videos for you to explore. So click on any one of them and enjoy the content. Thank you so much for being part of the community, and I hope you find value in this channel because that's all I'm trying to deliver to you. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.